I think making it enjoyable to high school students, because I know a lot of them are just like miserable throughout school or throughout the school day. They're just doing work, coming home, doing more homework. So some of them don't want to go to a job that's just more meaningless work. They want to be enjoying the work they're doing. They want to be having a good time. So I think kind of saying that whether it's like collaborative work, you'll be working on a team, you'll be doing work you're passionate about. I would say pushing points that high schoolers would actually be happy doing this job. They would enjoy being there.
I'm looking for more room to grow. I just want to learn new things and I want to see something different. So that's what I look forward to the most.
Feeling like appreciated and like you're important in the job aspect or whichever job spot you play a role in is a very big one. Like knowing that what you're doing every day matters to them and is important to them.
The most important factors are those three: what you're being paid or if you're being paid, and then what kind of hours you have and the flexibility of your schedule, and then what you're actually doing for the job. Like, how exciting is it? How interpersonal is it? How much are you like, how satisfied are you with the work you're doing?
Sure. So I think pay is definitely a big thing. I know a lot of my friends are still working in jobs that they don't like, just because it's paying more. Like one of my friends, she works as a swim instructor for kids, and she's definitely not a big fan of the job, but it's paying 17 an hour. So I think for some kids or a lot of kids I see, pay sometimes outweighs kind of how passionate they are about the job or how much they like the job.
I do not make enough money at my job for me to be able to say I wanted to move out when I'm 18 or 19 or something. There's no way possible that I could.
I think it's kind of underpaid, and I think that they should be paid way more. Mostly because they're the CNAs are the ones that kind of seeing patients every single day, kind of handling, like the way a nurse knows that if something's wrong with their patients through a CNA. I feel like they're kind of seeing the bad parts more. I feel like it kind of takes a toll on their mental health more.
A big kind of limiting factor is like how accessible it is for me. So like how far away I would need to travel to get there, and how flexible their schedule is, because both looking at the school year and over the summer, generally part-time jobs are really more feasible for me because they leave me with more room to do other things. Like if it's summer, I don't want to spend like 40 hours a week at a job. And if it's the school year, then it's really important that I have that flexibility. So I would say like being easy to actually like physically get to and having a schedule where I'm a bit more flexible.
So I think they need to understand that there's some days where we're going to have to, practice sports or, you got to do your schoolwork some days to be able to pass high school. That was definitely one of my big struggles when I first started working here. I wanted to work every single day of the week and pick up so many shifts and all that. And then at the end, I was like, okay, I'm failing. I definitely need to stop picking up shifts. Um, and my bosses didn't really like that because they needed me to work. So I think they definitely just need to keep in mind that we have a life outside of work. That is definitely one of the big things. And our whole world does not revolve around work at such a young age.
So yeah, I think having somebody that is like helpful and not criticizing you all the time, somebody that respects you and that's always gonna like be on your side and helping you along the way is important.
I think it's just, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, like fix kind of like, how they really want the system. Because I've known a lot of people that, are overworked, you know, I think they really need to work on how, they treat their workers kind of, or how they kind of, kind of make sure that their workers have the right training. I think that's one of the biggest things.
what is different with like my generation and the prior generation, I think, is like just being very understanding of like what is new and like upcoming now, like the different types of people, and understanding like mental health, gender roles. I think that hasn't been super apparent in like hiring, and I think now when like people who do identify as like different roles, or like they have mental health issues, like when you're looking for a job, it would feel like you would feel very comfortable knowing that your employer is like thought about those things.